Hello everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to show you the next video tutorial of school project. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to add a new student controller looking like that. And in this student controller, you can see that here we have a area of an admin. I'm going to add some more features related to the students and related to the student services. So the first service I'm going to add related to the student, that is the add a new student, as well list of the student will be displayed. Okay. Also, you can go for the PagedResult class before going for the services. So here we have a view model. So first of all, delete this class, that is the default class. And here we have a utilities folder, a utilities project. So I'm going to add utility. In the utility, just add a new class file, that is PagedResult. So that is the PagedResult class.cs file. I want to add. And here you can see, here we have a default class, that is PagedResult, and replace the code with this one. And you can see that here we have a PagedResult class of the type T. You can assign any class in it, where T is a class, and that is the constructor, that is the default constructor. And here we have a list of T. I mean to say that in which you can assign students, assign grade, student attendance, etc. So total number of items in this T, and page number and the page size. Okay, so save this. Now the next task is to do, that is the student service. So just add a new student service inside the service folder. So here we have add a new empty file, that is the I student service.cs. Okay, so here we have a I student service, and I'm going to add this types of service in the students. I'm going to add a new student. So for adding the students, just add a new view model like that, CreateStudentViewModel, and that is the PagedResult class. And here I'm going to add a StudentViewModel. So get all, and like this. So I want to say in the converter, I'm going to add a new extension class, or inside it you can do. So inside the view model, the conversion is possible. So here we have a CreateStudentViewModel. So just add a new class in the view model. And where is the view model? There is a view model. Add a new empty file, and CreateStudentViewModel.cs. Save, and just go for again I student service. And here we have student view model. So again, just add a student view model, copy, and add a new class, that is StudentViewModel.cs file. Okay. Now do for the CreateStudentViewModel I student service. So just resolve this problem by using adding reference. So just use control dot, and you can do for add reference to school project.viewmodels. Okay, so everything is clear. Now the next thing is a PagedResult class. So here we have a PagedResult class. I'm going to add control dot add reference school project.utilities. So you can see that here we have both are cleared for the CreateStudentViewModel as well as the StudentViewModel. Okay, so now just go for the CreateStudentViewModel and the StudentViewModel. I'm going to add some features in the CreateStudentViewModel. So first of all, fulfill this class. So here I'm going to add these are the features these are the properties or the constructor inside in CreateStudentViewModel. So here we have a list of properties like first name, last name, date of birth, date of joining, and that property is actually matched with your model. And here we have a bool selected, and key ID property, username, email, password. And you notice that here we have a student model. So I'm going to resolve control dot, and you can see that add reference to school project.models. So here we have a CreateStudentViewModel, that is the mapping between the model to view model. So I'm going to return the model, first name, last name, date of birth, date of joining, selected, and key ID. Selected is actually there is a no need. So you can just remove this selection from here. And also key ID is necessary during the joining process. Okay, so you know that when application username and the email is just assigned to init. Okay, so here we have a list. Okay, so the next task is that is the iStudentService. Here we have create a student view model. Just I want to show the list of the student. So just go for the student view model again. So go for the definition student view model, and here we have. So in the student view model, just I'm going to add these properties like that. Oops, there is student view model, and here we have. Okay, so in the student view model, just I'm going to add ID, first name, last name, date of birth, date of joining, selected, EID, and select all also feature. In the student view model, just I'm going to convert from model to view model. ID, first name, last name, date of birth, date of joining, selected is not necessary right here. And if it is need, then I will add it. Key ID, that is the student.key ID. So here we have. Now just go for the next section. Just stop this and just go for the student service. So implement that service in the implementation section. So in the service section, you can see that here we have a iStudent service. So just I'm going to add a new class, and here I'm going to add student service.cs, and here you can see. So here you can see that that is the class name, and here we have the data. So the first thing in the student service, or you can say that the student service is inherited from the iStudent service, or you can say that the student service is implemented from iStudent service. So in the student service, here we have three things. That is the iUnit of work basically use generic repository, and user manager is actually used to create a new user in identity. So just calling the application user. So here we have a application user. Okay, so here we have a user manager. Then next, that is the role manager to create a new role and assigning role, or you can say. So here we have application user. So just replace in the constructor. So here I'm using constructor dependency injection in the student service. The next thing is to do that is the add student. You just I want to add a new student by using the CreateStudentViewModel. So here we have an application user. So just copy that. And you know that in application user, just I'm going to add username and the email by the CreateStudentViewModel. So here we have student username and the email. And the result is user manager. Just I want to add a new user by user manager dot create as app user, that is the app user, and the student password. Okay, if it is result is succeeded, then if it is role is not created, then role is created in the that is the student, and assign the role, assign the user in the role by using the user manager dot add to role async. Okay, now the next one is that is the newly created user is assigned to the student.eid. Okay, now the create new student view model dot convert model to the student. Okay, and by using the unit of work dot generic repository of the student, just calling the unit of work and calling the generic repository and student, just I'm going to add. So identity is actually added username and the password, and the student have a ID, first name, last name, like that. So add a new student by calling add async method, in which you can pass model. After that, you have to call unit of work dot save. Okay, so the add method is clear. Now the next one is the get all. By using the get all method, just I want to pick all the students by using their page number, and the page size is also mentioned. So total count is 0. So just create a list of student view model type, that is VM list. And here we have it in the try and catch block, exclude result. That just I want to apply paging right here. So the paging technique is And you can say that paging formula is like that. Page size is multiplied by the page number minus the page size. That is the paging formula. And just I want to get all the students from the database table by using the unit of work pattern. So unit of work dot generic repository of the student dot get all. So by using this, just get all the students. But here I'm using paging technique to skip, exclude result, exclude records, dot take page size or to list. So only the according to the page size is getting the student. The next thing is the total count. So by using unit of work dot generic repository dot students dot get all dot to list dot count is applied on total count. And just I want to convert the model list to the view model list. Here we have a view model list. By using convert model to view model list, and in which you can just pass the model list. Here we have, and that method is looking like that. Convert view model. Here I'm just passing the model list. Okay, model list, you can say the list of the models. And one by one, that model list is converted into the student view model by using this line of syntax. Model list dot select X is the model list, is new student view model. Here we have a new student view model and generated that list. And X is what? X is the model list of the first item. Okay, so convert it and back to the VM list. So here we have a variable result of the page result type. So the new page result is the student view model. In the data, just assign the VM list, that is here. Total count is there, page number and the page size is visible on your screen. Okay, so the page get all method is clear. Now just I want to get all students as well instead of pagings. So by using this line of code, unit of work dot generic repository dot student dot get all dot to list dot count, and here that just return get number of the students in the database. Just I want to return it back. Okay, so here we have a student service, and on the behalf of the student service, I have to add a new students controller. So here we have a students controller now, in which in this video, just I'm going to add a iStudent service. So first of all, inject that iStudent of service in the as a scope in the program.cs file. So here I'm going to add a scope iStudent service. iStudent service, and here I'm going to add student service. So iStudent service is actually add reference to school project.service, and that's all. Okay, so now after that you can use iStudent service in the students controller. So the first thing you need to add a new student in your section. So there is a no task in between. We can say that index is necessary. So the first thing you can do in your students controller, that is HTTP get on the HTTP get. Okay, so here we have a HTTP get, and just I want to create or add a new student. Okay. So the you know that Copilot, GitHub Copilot is actually given a suggestion, that is public IXN result create and return view like that. So here I'm going to add a new student looking like that. So here we have HTTP get with the add student method. So here we have a add student and just return a view, and you can say that just I'm going to add a new view on that action method. So just right click on it and add view. And in the add view section, you can see here we have a razor view, and just I'm going to manipulate the CSS12 file by using the bootstrap. So by using this line of code, you can do that is the finest thing. So create, that is create, and model class is CreateStudentViewModel. So here is that create is nothing there. I think CreateStudentViewModel is right now. So just add it. but scaffolding is not working because student service have an error message. You can got it. So if it is working, then it's fine. But I think it is not working because if you have any build error, then the scaffolding is not working right now. You can see. So just cancel it first of all. Add, you can say just add a new view. Only that thing. So just right click on it and add view. And this is the razor view empty view. And you can say that is add a student instead of index.cshtml5. So here you can say add student. The name of the action method is add a student, looking like that. Okay. So here you can say in the students controller, in the data and of model folder is deleted from the admin. So data is also deleted. And model is also deleted. And then inside the view, here we have a students folder and add a student.cshtml file is there. So now just I'm going to decorate it. A CSHTML file. And here we have. And here you can see that is the model, that is project.viewmodels.CreateStudentViewModel. And the view data is add a student. And H1 is add a student. It's enough. It's not enough actually. Just I'm going to add a card features. So I'm going to add a card right now. Okay. So this is the bootstrap navigation with the breadcrumb. And here we have a registration form for the student. And that is the output for your generated CSHTML. Register a new student, first name, last name, date of birth, and it's also we have a time. So email and the password. Just I want to remove the time from the dates. So here we have a date. So just type I equals to date. Just I want to only date. Just here you can say, and wait for some time. It will refresh and your output will come. Okay, so that's fine. Now here we have just register a new student. Okay, now after that we will prepare to the post action method of the registration form. So just go to the controller section, and here we have just enabled it. And after enabled it, you can see your code is visible. Look it like that. Create a student view model, and in the add student.cshtml file, here you can say that is the model, that is create a student view model. Everything is saved. And just go for again students controller, and here you can see that here we have a student service. So the first thing you need to do, that is student service you want to get private I student service underscore student service. That name you want to pick. This is this. And just I want to add this in the constructor. So generate constructor looking like that. And here we go. Okay. So save this. And the next task is to do, that is the index. But before going to index, just I want to add some other services like session service, like grade service. So first of all, you need to add a new student. You need to add a grade as well as the session. So the first thing in this school management system, just I want to say, I need to add a new session. So just I'm going to add a new service. Look in the service folder. So here we have a service project, and just I'm going to add a new service later to the session. So finally, you need to add a new service, that is the grade. So just I'm going to add a new file, add a new empty file, and the file name is IGradeService.cs. Okay, so here we have IGradeService. Just I'm going to add these properties, this unimplemented method like create GradeViewModel, like add, add grade with the student, and page result with the GradeViewModel, GradeViewModel. So just I'm going to add two new view models related to the grades, that is CreateViewModel and the GradeViewModel. Okay. So first of all, add this name CreateGradeViewModel. So in the view model section, here I'm going to add CreateGradeViewModel, add new empty file, and CreateGradeViewModel.cs file. Okay, and the next one is GradeViewModel. So I'll just copy this and add this new file, GradeViewModel.cs. Okay, so fine. Now just I'm going to resolve the red squiggly line. So here we have create GradeViewModel, school project.viewModel, and everything is resolved. Okay, now just I'm going to add GradeViewModel and create GradeViewModel. So first of all, going to create GradeViewModel. So you need to add CreateViewModel like that, a public class create GradeViewModel. Create GradeViewModel is a type of class where we have the name property related to the grade, and convert it view model to the model. So just to generate return new grade. Okay, so save this, and now just going for that GradeViewModel, and here we have a GradeViewModel. So just replace this with the file. So here we have a public class GradeViewModel, and in the GradeViewModel here we have a thing, that is ID and the name, and that is the default constructor. And here we have a single parameter constructor. You can see GradeViewModel, grade, just convert it model to the view model. And the next one is the convert a model to view model list. It's a type of thing. So just remove this. There is a no need actually, or you can say just comment it. In the later session, I will use it. And the next one is the view model to model conversion. So here we have a view model, and just I want to convert it back to the grade. So grade ID and the grade name. So here we can use. Okay. So that is the very easy. So just save this. Okay. So here I'm going to add a GradeViewModel and create GradeViewModel, and you can just check it again, IGradeService, and your problem will be resolved related to the add create GradeViewModel and GradeViewModel, and also both are prepared. Okay. So that is the fine, and 20-minute video is enough. The next video, just I'm going to add session as well as grade, and also prepare the students controller. Thank you very much for watching this.